Joe Rogan. Let's go to Joe Rogan's show. Go ahead and search. She looks like she's dying. Thank you, Eduardo. That was the next thing. I was on the tip of my tongue. Let's go to. You guys saw this with Joe Rogan and Asana Mod? They're talking about the video essays. Great. Feel free to send me words to look up on this episode of Joe Rogan. But that clean can. She heard everyone talking shit. Let's see here. Video essays. Okay, here we go. They mentioned it in 1 hour and 51 minutes, huh?
There's so many bitches. And those bitches never get anything done. They just sit and bitch.
Oh, fuck. Wait. I need to hear more about that, dude. What do bitches do, Joe? Why do you have bitches? You like bitches, Joe? Let me see here.
You're never going to take away from that. But the thing is, it's like, it should be, and it will be even better than it used to be, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But the point is, it's like denying that Austin is an amazing scene is just stupid.
Yes.
It's just stupid.
Well, yeah, it's like
and also, don't you want another great scene? Do you want a limited amount of options for comedians? Don't you want more comics and more comedy?
Right, and more places for you to end up performing.
Yeah, shut up.
Like now you can go to Austin and spend a couple weeks there and get a lot of time and learn how to talk to people here.
There's so many bitches in this world. There's so many bitches. And those bitches never get anything done. They just sit and bitch.
I'm a bitch, Joe. I like to bitch, dude. It's fun for me, dude. Just like you like learning about fucking the size of a primate's testicles, dude. I like bitching, daddy. Remember when Jeff Dye said, when you're on Rogan, Rogan is daddy. And when you're on Kill Tony, Tony is daddy. Dude, when it comes to bitching, dude, I'm fucking daddy. Am I taking crazy pills? Who the hell wants to go to Austin? More, come on. Don't you want more rain? Dude, when it comes to watching a clip of fucking Shab messing the word up, dude, I'm a bitch. I love that shit, dude. I'm the biggest bitch of them all, dude. When Brian Callen has those flip-flops on and he fucking puts his feet Indian style on a fucking storage room couch, dude, you can call me a bitch all you want. I'm going to watch that Reddit clip, daddy. I'm going to have to watch that Reddit clip, even if it makes me a bitch, Joe. I'm a bitch.
Yes. Yeah. Nothing ever gets done.
Yeah.
They never progress.
Yeah, man, just video essays. I watch all the video essays.
That's so funny. Why would you watch those?
It's just so funny to me because the whole concept that Austin is ruined comedy is very funny to me because there's so many comics that are blowing up outside everywhere all the.
There's a new video of Bert doing a fake laugh on a podcast. I'd snort that thing from right field, daddy, because I'm the biggest bitch. I like that. Snort that thing from right field, dude. Rogan sucks ass, but it feels like a reach from people he's not talking about, too lazy to try. Okay. 2 words or 2 swords would have made a whole verse from that. LOL. Listen, dude, he's talking about Elephant Graveyard. That's like, or at least what Joe is responding to is if he was talking about Elephant Graveyard. Video essays are podcast cringe. Definitely writes a video essay. Too lazy to try. I wouldn't be surprised if he's shooting from the hip, dude. He's just like bop, 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 bop. He's too lazy, dog. You know what I mean? I'm a fat fucking bitch though, because I just watched this shit, dude. Don't you want more channels from podcast cringe? Nah, I'm okay with that, dude. Put everything on your podcast cringe channel, dude. I don't need more cringe or whatever the fuck the other name of the channel is, dude. Die. I just want one podcast cringe, dude. I don't need 5 different channels with your fucking thumbnails just different colors. One's red and one's yellow. I fuck kangaroos. That's what I think. All Austin comics blowing up everywhere. I think they all suck ass. Is it because I'm better than them? No. I suck ass. Everyone sucks. Everything sucks. Nothing's real anymore, dude. Geraldo wild tonight. Chairs. I need another Diet Coke, daddy. I might get some CTE tonight. You know what I mean? I'm a bitch. Dude, I'm a bitch. Joe Rogan thinks I'm a bitch, dude, because I watch this shit all day long. And it's funny because, you know, in the past, Joe Rogan has had the capability of, you know, changing people's perspective in life. Like he'll say something and they'll be like, what? It's happened to me. You know what I mean? When he starts talking about aliens and shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck, homie? Back in the day. And he's trying to do that same thing now for these channels that are attacking him every day of the week by calling us bitches now. There's no like extra evidence or anything that there's no like Austin is good because of this other than numbers at arenas around the country. But we can see on YouTube videos that you guys suck. Tony Hinchcliffe sucks. You know? Facts. Gergo better than Austin. What's up, Dallas? What did I miss, fellas? Oh, what's up, Janae? Dude, Austin sucks. It's very funny. When the whole thing first happened and Joe Rogan moved to Austin, whether people want to admit it or not, in their mind, they thought, because we're all fucking despicable, deplorable open micers. We are the scum of the comedy world at the time of COVID. Everyone. And I speak for everyone. I don't give a fuck. Everyone that was an open micer at the time thought to themselves, should I move to Austin, Texas, because Joe Rogan is moving to Austin? You know? And there was discussions at open mics where somebody had an inside scoop that Joe Rogan's going to come back to California, that he hasn't sold his house yet, and that there was speak within headliners that went to this the podcast in Austin that it's not working out and he's not going to really open a comedy club and he's going to double back to California soon enough. And none of that happened, dude. None of that fucking happened. And they suck. They should have went to Austin, dude. If I wish I would have had the wherewithal at the time to be like, you should move to Austin, dude, if that's the case. Joe Rogan will blow it up and then you'll take over the scene, daddy. Anyways, I had the thought, should I move to Austin? And it's funny to think that because I could have just started a GoFundMe and get $26,000 and that would have been easy. You're interrupting the UFC fight. I'll stay quiet. Sorry about that, Eduardo. I'm going to actually go get a Diet Coke really quick. Do I have a song? Yeah. Oh, that's not a song. Oh, I do have a song, I think. I'm going to get another Diet Coke. Oh, man. I'm going to get another Diet Coke. Oh, no. I'll be right back, daddy. What up, y'all? You're interrupting the UFC fight. Not one of our guys be. Come on, Justin. Mark Ramirez, boner alert. So check this out. You know, it's very funny. I'm assuming Joe Rogan podcast is just like another podcast where a homie shows up and you just start talking shit, whatever. But their talking shit is just political garbage at the end of the day, or calling all of us bitches. You know what I mean? I know, right? Cooney's Vyvanse Graves has kept me away. Stone Cold Steve, great to see. Yeah, it's tough to watch the downfall of the Vyvanse Cooney. Just kidding. I was gonna say I'm gonna just keep playing this and watch it because I mean, dude, I don't know if this is a gadoosh or not, but this guy here that's saying that the Austin scene is great I'm pretty sure is one of the co-writers of, if not the Gringo Papi, then You'd Be Surprised, dude. He's one of the writers of You'd Be Surprised. You know what I mean? That's what he does. He did that, dude. No, it's all programming, boss. At the end of the day, this guy wrote a joke about an Asian barber named Jamal. You know what I mean? Or that's a real life experience that fucking Brendan Schaub had, which is not true. We'll never know any of Brendan Schaub's true real life experiences because he's a fucking hack, dude. I I don't know what's worse. What would you? I should probably do a poll here. Let me open up my little poll thingy. What would you rather have done? What credit would you rather have? Oh, 14 likes. Thank you guys. Gringo Poppy. You'd be surprised. Or how do you spell surprised? Surprised, right? Yeah. Which one would you rather? Worst pain in your life? Yeah, dude. At the end of the day, you got to take that L, daddy. I mean, but I'm sure Hassan's grateful and he's up there. He's out there, dude. He's in the fucking Rogan sphere. He's on Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? This is what he wanted. He wanted this. I knew when I saw my ex on Joe Rogan, there's not a chance in hell I will ever get on Joe Rogan, dude. You know what I mean? And so I turned heel, as Jeff Dye would say. I became the bad guy. I've done nothing other than say that he's dumb. I want to see the results of this chat, though. Did the chat go through? Let me make sure. 100% Gringo Poppy, right? And I'm pretty sure he wrote, you'd be surprised. Which one's worse? You know what I mean? You'd be surprised is a bad special. Gringo Poppy has a redeeming quality about it, dude. You did that shit, dog. You did that shit, daddy. Real cogfest. All messages. It's so annoying you have to put all messages. I would rather abandon my kids. Thank you. That's facts, dude. Let's see here.
Time.
It's just silly.
It's
like my friend said, it's a walled garden. That's what it is. It seems like the people are having too much fun. And if you're not there and if you don't have aspirations to be there, you feel bad about it. When I lived in Boston, the store was like Mecca. Like people would talk about it. You know, it's like you had to make the pilgrimage to the Comedy Store. It was one of the first things I did when I came to LA.
Oh, no, it's a big deal. The first time you go there, I remember looking at it and being just the feeling in my heart.
The first time I went there, I hadn't even moved there yet. I went there just to watch. I told them I was a comedian from New York. I'm like, can I go and watch a set? They're like, yeah, sure. And they'll let me come in.
Muladin, that's so funny, dude. Gringo Poppy was more organic. Mijo, papi. Yes, dude. Thank you. Wait, yeah. Farm to table. Yeah, I hate that none of them can say that it's good work. Like, dude, Nick Simmons has to go on The Fighter and the Kid. And Nick Simmons, I don't know. I'm up and down on him, you know, from clip to clip, dude. I'm not watching the whole fucking podcast. I'll tell you that for sure. But from clip to clip, I'm like, I don't know. He's a cool guy. He sucks. He's a cool guy. He sucks. He's fucking opening for Brian Callen. That sucks. But he also tried to call out Brendan Schaub when he fucked a word up. That's cool. Or when he said that he would be a rocket scientist. But they're all fucking grifters, dude. They're all like, I will suck your dick, Joe Rogan. They're willing to suck Joe Rogan's dick. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that as a joke. I've seen the hunger. I've seen the willingness to do anything, you know? And that is wild, dude. People use this whole Saudi Arabia Riyadh thing to say like women go over there to get shit on their chest. And that's probably true. But these fucking open micers turned Rogan Sphere comedians, or these comedians that are siding with Rogan in every way, shape, or form, are willing to get shit on their chests. You know what I mean? And I feel like we should be calling that out more than these women going out and making $1 million for getting fucking donkey cum all over their faces or whatever the fuck they do out there. By the way, that should be Joe Rogan's new nickname, dude. Donkey cum. It's almost like all of them are grifting on every level. Yeah. And, you know, also, Joe Rogan, donkey cum is too big for you to be that nickname. Anyways, the worst is the sourdough bread guy that keeps bringing a loaf to Brogan. I don't really follow that because that's what Cooney says too. Cooney says that Thomas Papas, or what's his name? I don't even know his name. That he's the worst. I just don't even listen to those episodes. Even when I was into Rogan, Papas would be on and I'd be like, I'm busy. You know, I got to rearrange my sock drawer. Do y'all remember Chris DeStefano's titled his special Gringo Poppy, then Swab stole it? Giannis? No, not Giannis Papas. There's Tom Papa. Tom Papa. I'm pretty sure it is. That's the sourdough bread guy. Botellas de agua. La frigadera no funciona. Tom Papa has been really into bread. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Cooney has a disgust for that man. I just don't really care for him. Let's see here. Anyways, what I was trying to say is like these guys, like being funny at the end of the day is not being friends with people, you know? I don't think. And everyone wants to be Joe Rogan's friend, and it's fucking killing their comedy. Asan is a very funny guy. Like I've seen him do stand-up comedy. He's very funny. But to just group everyone together as fucking retards and they don't make sense and they're fucking gay or they're lonely and sad and stuff like this, that is minimizing a great effort to actually make comedy, dude. It's fucking hilarious. Too Lazy to Try is funny because all he does is state what's happening in the comedy world, you know? Podcast Cringe, you know, is sort of meta because it's a little cringy at times, but it's also very funny because he's just like repeating the same things back, and it's just like the reminder of things and like the culmination of all the material is hilarious. Elephant Graveyard is fucking hilarious, you know? There's a reason why these videos get millions of views. There's not millions of people that are sad tuning into a YouTube algorithm every day. They're watching this shit from beginning to end, and it's getting pushed out to more people. By the way, I did buy WD-40 because my chair is squeaky like a motherfucker. It's not squeaking as much right now, but it is very squeaky. It's a squeaky chair. Mike Jones. We're the new comedians taking the spots. No one is replacing the grifters somehow. Yeah. Who, me? WD-40 drop. Well, they're not going to be replaced, dude. They're going to die in the positions they hold. WD-40 is what real mechanics use, B. I haven't had Diet Coke like this in a minute, so I'm burping like crazy. Yeah, man. I mean, it is a good question. I wish I had an answer for that. Where are the new comedians taking the spots? No one's replacing. The thing about it is that they're creating the same comedians. You know, like Patrice O'Neal said way back when that there's babies or whatever the fuck. Like, you're a baby of Bill Burr's or you're a fucking baby of Joe Rogan's. Everyone's Joe Rogan's baby right now because he is daddy at the end of the day, dude. Mike Jones is the studio and on the microphone. Let's see what else they say.
I sat in the back and watched, and it was like boat acts. It was terrible. It was really bad. It was like a bunch of cruise ship acts, like a bunch of guys who had the same act from the 1970s. They had never, you know, those dudes that like you'll see them at the store occasionally now that have an act from the 80s. Well, these dudes, it was like a decade earlier.
Yeah, when I worked at La Jolla, there was one guy that they booked that they had like some deal with Mitzi that he got to perform once a year at the La Jolla.
It makes no sense whatsoever, dude. We can't talk shit about you guys, but you guys can talk shit about people that are not trying to be big comedians and just making money doing fucking, cruise ship acts. So there is like a level of good or bad to comedy. You guys are fucking bad. You guys suck ass, dude. That's infuriating. Like to go from saying that we're all bitches because we watch you guys and talk shit about you to just talking about the times you saw other comedians and start talking shit about them. You make no sense. It's an evil you can't confront at the end of the day, I think. And I'm fucking stupid, dude. I'm really dumb. You know? I wish I had an example, but I don't even have the brain capacity to remember the examples of how fucking stupid I am. But I know this makes no sense at the end of the day. Bappa could have created WD-40, but he just focused on I can't stand Joe Rogan's voice. Sorry I didn't have him on the screen there. That's
terrible. It was in LA.
Oh no, it's a big deal. The first time you go there, I remember looking at it and being just the feeling in my heart.
The first time I went there, I hadn't even moved there yet. I went there just to watch. I told them I was a comedian from New York. I'm like, can I go and watch a set? They're like, yeah, sure. And they let me come in, and I sat in the back and watched, and it was like boat acts. It was terrible. It was really bad. It was like a bunch of cruise ship acts, like a bunch of guys who had the same act from the 1970s. They had never, you know, those dudes that like,
you know those dudes that like don't hump the stool? Yeah. Because when he came to the Comedy Store, he came in there and fucked the shit out of that goddamn stool, dude. He would do the fucking the hat trick. You go to the belly room, he's like, And he's like, dude, they fucking loved that bit in there. He would go down to the fucking original room and just fucking, dude, there's holes in the stool. He would go to the fucking main room and he's just, the main room you got to play big because it's a little bigger of a room. So he would grab the stool in the air and then like, he would flip it upside down and then throw it down on his penis. And those boat acts, dude, the boat acts are fucking hacks. They are terrible. Nobody was humping the stool. You know what I mean? Ashley cruise ship Cummings. So my homie was saying step back because his Thea was coming over, but a few days later I was like, you should step back and call me Theo. What? How great is comedy? Poor stools. When is General Lee's special stand-up coming out? I don't know. He said he was shooting it sometime this year though. If I remember correctly. It's going to suck when I start doing I have a show this Wednesday for stand-up comedy. It's going to suck so bad. I hate doing this part of like fucking YouTube creating and then also doing stand-up comedy because I suck so bad, dude. But I think I have a self-awareness to know that that's true. Because I fucked this D out. Okay. He's drunk. Eduardo's watching UFC drunk. Rogan got on a Spirit flight with one carry-on. MNSXD. That's so funny. He brought the stool, dude. Yeah, that's great. During COVID, he had to bring stools because he would get his juices all over him. Gerardo's my favorite video essayist. I've never really written a video essay. And you know, I have dreams of doing that. Nothing to do with comedy though. I cannot imagine and because I love it so much, I can't imagine jumping into that field and thinking that I would be effective whatsoever writing video essays about stand-up comedy. There's people that are so good at it, dude. Apologia Comedia, whatever that channel is, so good, dude. Every single one of his videos I enjoy. It's got like a vibe to it, dude. They all have their own little thing. Don't quit stand-up, Gerald. I have a show this Wednesday. Thank you. You can't be any worse than a mothership headliner. You'll be fine, G. No, that's a true story. If you didn't jump on the guy's back, don't at me. Come do comedy here in Canada. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.